What? Why are you filming? There's nothing going on. Road trip. I'm heading to Lincolnshire. There's a coach company there that we deal with at work, and they've got a few small minibus type vans that they use for transferring passengers on feeder jobs and that kind of thing. And they, I think, no longer need them and are quite keen to get rid of them, or get rid of at least one of them. So I've picked one out from the... I've been there before and sort of barely clocked them in the corner of the yard, and I did quite like the look of one of them, so we're going to go and look at it today, and if it's not completely wrecked, then I'll probably end up buying it. So let's go. So here we've got two derelict T4 caravels. The one in the foreground is a 400,000 miler, and they both start on a jump because we did it yesterday. I probably should have filmed that, really. But who's that Pokemon? It's a 2006 Mercedes Vito. So let's have a quick look round it then. First thing I've spotted, it's quite long for a Vito. It's a long wheelbase one, and that's a flat tyre, and it's immediately obvious why it's flat. It's dry rotted and all the air's leaked out. That's fair enough. I can run to a tyre. The spare might even be good for that. Bonnet lacquer's not amazing. The rest of the paint actually looks really good on this. It's just the bonnet. I don't know why. The other tyre, a bit of dry rot again. Fair enough. I'll buy a pair of tyres for it, or one tyre and the spare perhaps. We'll see how we get on with that. The rears don't look as bad really. We did push it forwards. It's been sort of overhanging this hard standing until we got to it, and we managed to move it forwards to check if it rolls. The tailgate lifts, which is nice and seems to hold itself up on the struts. Someone who works here told me that this van was MOT'd and then driven once and parked up, and that tracks because it's done 77 miles since its last MOT, which was 2025 in April. So there's the spare wheel, and that's presumably where the winch to winch it down goes from. So I've got to find the spare wheel kit. It's in one of these side lockers, I would guess, but I'm not entirely sure. Wish me luck. So this is the inside of the van. I'm being careful not to show you my surroundings. And up here, we have amazing sun visor extensions for some reason, both sides, don't know why. That's the passenger seat. This is a 270,000 mile van, and I mean the seats are in great nick. Driver's seat's got a small repair on it, but other than that this is fine as well. Inside the van, it's an 8-seater. All the seats are on rails and seem to be removable and slide forwards and backwards, so it'll be perfect for us. I can put bikes in here. I can take a couple of seats out and have a bike in the back and the kids in the middle and the wife here, or take all the seats out and sleep in it. So there's plenty of options here. It's pretty good. I like it. So you got a primer? There we are, not required. Sounds alright, doesn't it?
You'll push it like on it.
Yeah. What we got here? Glow plug light. Apparently it's got a flat tyre.
It's got a flat tyre.
A very fucking flat tyre on that one. Look at that. Full tank of fuel.
Full?
Yeah.
There's 100 more.
Yeah. It's a stereo work. Marvellous. When it run on its flat tyre, where's the... Ah, interesting. that feels fine. So this is cool. Spare wheel kit was in the offside. I've never seen one quite like this before though. It's got a ratchet. How cool is that? So I want to go down. Presumably the wheel's coming down. I decided a proper ratchet was probably better, but unfortunately it's not doing it because I think because that's rounded off a bit. Can you see it? It's had a lot of hammer in its life, so I don't really know what to do about that. Maybe cut the end off it, or I should have brought some Allen keys, but I didn't. Oh well. So I've decided I'm going to whip the front wheels off and take them with me tonight, get new tyres put on them tomorrow on my lunch break, and bring them back tomorrow night. Ooh, yummy. How do we get in here then? 17 mil. Why didn't I bring the rattle gun? No idea. This doesn't fit under the sill on its own because it's a truck and bus one, so I need to jack that up until it fits under the wishbone. And then just use it as an axle stand, I suppose. Disconcerting. What's that? What's dripping on the floor? Hopefully nothing. A lot of cobwebs. Oh, nice. Can't really see the brake pads. Oh, there's plenty of meat on there. Focus. Okay, so both wheels are now off. It's a bit rusty in there, but it's alright. It's been leaking power on this side as well, not as much as that side. So that's about everything for today. The other thing it really needs is these headlights sorting. But to get the headlight out, you've got to take the bumper off. So I don't know if I should quickly do that now, but it's already 7:15. I don't want to be in even more trouble for being late home. Oh wow, wings plastic. Amazing. I had no idea these had plastic wings. Metal bonnet though. Right, let's see about popping the bonnet and see what we can do. So, jarring jump cut. I've got new tyres put on it, I've checked the lights and everything, I've checked that the brakes work fine, and now I'm driving it back to my work, which feels incredibly illegal because it's not taxed or MOT'd, but it is legal because I'm driving it to a pre-booked MOT appointment, and you can't tax it until it's got an MOT. So this is legal. I'm possibly pushing the boundaries of legal slightly because it's an MOT that's 25 miles away, but it is technically legal, and the man who's going to do the MOT is driving a coach just in front of me. So if I get pulled over, he'll pull over and have a chat, I suppose. Yeah, it does feel very illegal though. So far it's driving great. The glow plug light came on briefly and it sort of coughed, but hopefully it's just getting that out of its system. The fact it's not been run in a year, 2 years, I don't know. Its last MOT 2 years ago, so it'll be interesting to see the difference in mileage since then. Everything seems to work. Screen wash works. There are a couple of things that don't work, but they're not critical MOT things. So the windows, electric windows, don't seem to come down, but oh, I think it just did then, briefly. Yeah, they don't seem to come down, but they seem to want to go up, so I'm thinking they're probably just stuck to the seals, with it being sat. And yeah, it's driving great. I couldn't be happier with it really, other than that little thing with the warning light. But we'll plug it in when we get it back and see what's wrong with it. It might be nothing, I don't know. But yeah, I've got about 15 miles to go. I am quite terrified, but it is what it is. It's all good fun, and I got this awesome van out of it, so hopefully it'll fly through its MOT, not need anything else, and we're away. I think it'll definitely need the headlights doing though. I don't know what that beeping noise is, and it's gone. Okay, nope, yep, nope, what is it? Right, we've made it. Shut up, radio. We've made it. I'm just backing onto the lifts. The radio won't turn off. There we go. We are on the lifts. Have a poke around here, but probably not till tomorrow. Marvellous. So let's check this old girl out then. So this is, the back end was sort of overhanging some grass, whereas the rest of it was on a hard standing, so the back end is probably going to be the worst bit, but it's all pretty solid looking. Springs aren't broken or anything. Well, that one isn't. Can't see the disc from this side. Maybe do with the disc, that might clean up. It is a rear. Over this side. Yeah. Hoses are alright. Brake lines have clearly been treated with something. I know the guy that previously used to look after this, he's excuse me, the mechanic that used to look after these is retired now, so we look after all this company's vehicles, but all the ones that he's looked after, he's sprayed everything with a mixture of, I think it's a mixture of gear oil and grease, like really thick oily stuff. So he's clearly been doing that a long time. Well, he has been doing it a long time because he's been repairing vehicles for a long time. But yeah, nothing bad so far. All the brake hoses are alright. I need to work out how to get this spare wheel down. That doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter either. I might replace it anyway. That, as we know, is seized up. That's the winch for the spare wheel. Centre bearing on the prop has a little bit, but I think that's all right. Again, flexes are fine. The springs look good. These discs have come up well. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, there's no real corrosion on it. Just goes to show what they're like when they've been looked after. So there she is, the lass. Right, so to get to... Right, I'll level with you. This is after I've done the headlights, don't tell anyone. But in order to get to them, there's 4 bolts on each headlight, and one of them is there, and one there. So for this one, I decided I'd see if I could get the headlight out without taking the bumper off. And you can get all the bolts by taking these screws out. There's one there, same on the other side, and that sort of flexes forward. There's 2 bolts on top of the wing. It's a plastic wing, so that flexes out the way. You can get the light out. You can't do it with both though. But in order to get to that other bolt, you take these clips off here, and it's right up there. So here's that. Yes! Horrible snappable plastic. There's your problem. 1. Now for the other one. So I've had to take off the whole front clip basically to get to that one bolt on this one side. So to take the grill off, 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, that lifts off. You've then got a bolt there and a bolt there on both sides. As far as I can tell, it'll then be roadworthy, which means I can drive it back to the workshop, give it a thorough going over, and then MOT it, which is the plan at the moment. Which you can get to through that little gap there in the wheel arch liner. And then it slots onto these clips. There's another clip through there. Same on this side. You just slide it off forwards, and that's your result. So I can get that headlight out now. And that is me done for the day. It's now 7:15 at night. But I've only gone and done it. Got the headlights off, which means I can hopefully get them polished tonight, ready for the MOT. That's probably not doing it much good. I'll leave that to drain a minute. Good. Ew. This thing's way cooler than it should be. Let's do the rest. opaque, distressing visible internal clonge. Despite the fact they're still a little bit of a mess, I think they're clear enough and they should still throw a pattern hopefully, so they should be MOT'able. The kit did quite a good job. It's basically a 3-stage sanding on a drill with some special lube that they provide, and then some creams and things, and it did kind of throw things all over Henry in the fridge, but we're in the middle of moving house at the moment, so everything's a mess anyway. So it's 6:20 the next morning. I came in an hour and a half early for work and then got stiffed for a school run, so I actually was only an hour early from work and I got that whole van to redo, so let's go. This is a Type 096 battery. I bought it for the Fiat van, which is having work done at the moment. Apparently, according to Google, it might fit this, so it's going to need a battery. I thought it's worth bringing it in and trying it. It's never been fitted, brand new in February. If not, I'll order another one from Napa. Fucking skipper. Alright, we might have time to put a battery on this as well before I go. Oh, dead lucky. Time for a manual ratchet. Gotta check my school bus over in 10 minutes. Right, here's the old one off the van, there's the new one. I'd say these are close enough. 72 amp hours, 75 amp hours, and it does say 096 on it. So let's get that fitted real quick. School bus time. This one's a Mercedes too, coincidentally. Does it have any battery power though? Yep. There we go. Now let's see if it's overfull with oil like mine is. You'll do. So there's two 10mm headed bolts that hold the top of the wing on there. Right, I'm going to do a service. There. First of all, there's the oil, and that'll allow you to kind of flex the wing out of the way a little bit. There was definitely too much of it, plastic. So let's get rid of it, and you're not going to crease it. There's the fuel filter. Might break it though. Snap bits the oil filter. Obviously, the air filter is this box here, and then you can kind of finagle the headlight front out, and then clips off at the back. This only works on the oil filter near side. It comes with 3 O-rings, a large one, because medium-sized one like a plastic thing obstructing the top and bolt on the other headlight, which I'll don't forget to lubricate them with oil or grease before you put them back on. And away you go. Especially with a high mileage engine like this one, I like to check inside the filter folds to make sure that there's not any engine glitter in there, because it will not bring a sparkle to your life. Incidentally, this oil filler actually unclips from the airbox for ease of access, which I would have done if I'd have known. Here's the oil we're using. It's Napa branded XTR 5W30 LS. Don't be put off by it being Napa branded, it's actually Valvoline. Not many people know that. Anyway, in goes about 9 litres of it. The air filter housing comes apart with 5 Torx screws, and you can get the air filter out. I'm about to foolishly throw mine on the floor without realising that the one I've got to replace it is wrong, but there's the correct part number for the one that came out. And... idiot. Oh, hey little guy, do you want a saucer of milk? Perhaps an appointment with my friend Henry? You probably shouldn't really be in there, should you? I'm going to soak the spare wheel winch in penetrating oil in the hope that it eventually frees off. It's not MOT'able though. Can't really get to the top of the winch. Get in here though. Okay, so the time is now. Here she is in the MOT queue. I'm not going to film the actual test itself. Wish me luck. Hell yes, we have an MOT pass. The only advisories we've got are the brake pipes have got oil on them, or grease on them, which we know already because the previous mechanic that used to look after it used to coat everything with grease, so that's fine. I'm thinking about bringing them back with wire wool and then painting them possibly, or just leave them as they are, or just top up the grease, I don't know yet. And the other one is for the rear tyre being slightly cracked and perished. We know about that as well. I've got a line on some new tyres, so I should be able to replace those two and have some spares as well. So I'm very happy with that result. Amazing. So there it is in all its glory, the cheaper Vito.
Sleeping for 2 years in the corner of a truck dealership in Lincolnshire, then started for the first time in 2 years and basically driven straight to an MOT via the tyre shop. It also needed the headlights polishing, but the tyres only cost 120 quid. That's all it needed for the MOT. I'll let you guess the price of the van and
I was
leave it
going
in
to
the
break something
comments.
levering it open,
I'll reveal
and
the
I didn't
purchase
fancy
price to
putting it
you
in the
in the
oven
next
to melt
video
the
on this
glue.
van,
So I
which will be
found
about
this in the
turning it
shed,
from a
which
shitter
I
that
think my
barely
friend Mad
scraped
Mike
an
gave me,
MOT
and is the
into
result.
a nice
One of the
usable
right's been
van
done, obviously.
via sorting out the mechanical problems, cosmetic problems, usability problems, all the rest of it. So tune in for that, and in the meantime, I'm off. See ya.